All right, what's up, y'all? This is MrLetGo, and I have a video that is going viral right now on social media, and we really need to discuss this for a lot of different reasons.
Look, check this out. Black women are tired. They're tired of being independent. They're tired of being looked at as the strongest. They're tired of having to take care of the kids by themselves. They're tired of bearing all the weight. Don't believe the hype that you see on all of these social media networks. Black women are tired, and the reason why I know this because I talk and have conversations with a lot of black women. But what a black woman really want, she want to be able to go to the soccer games. She want to not have to be the sole leader and sole provider of her family. She want to support the man who God gave her to be with. She want to be a helpmeet. The thing is, she's been placed in this position where she's had to lead. She's had to step up to the plate and become something that she really didn't want to be in the first place. She want to support her man. She want to nurture her kids. She want to nurture her husband while pursuing things that she's passionate about. That's it. It's that simple. The thing is, she just can't find a suitable leader that she trusts to come in and relieve her of these responsibilities so that she can finally get some rest, because that's what she wants. Rest.
So, is this the case? Absolutely not. Let's break down these different nuances of what he said. She can't find a suitable leader that she can trust, right? If this is actually indeed the case, why do the majority of black women have children? Multiple children. Because if you can't find a suitable leader that you can trust, why do you have children? A lot of you ladies have kids. So if you can't find a suitable leader and you're tired, going by everything that he said, wouldn't that make it where you don't have any kids? Why do so many of y'all have kids if you can't find this, if you can't find that? The reason why is virtually everything he said was wrong. See, there is absolutely zero indication that women are tired. See, the way you can tell a person or a group of people is tired is by their actions, not what they say on social media, their actions. And what do we see from our black women? They aren't tired. So I got a list of things that will show you how and prove to you that black women definitely are not tired of whatever it is that he's saying women are tired of. So let's get to it. The first thing is, when a group of people are tired of something, they're either going to start doing something differently or they're going to stop doing the things that haven't been getting them the results. Do you see black women starting to do something differently or stopping the things that no, not at all. Like, as an example, have you ever seen a nature show? You'll see birds fly from the north to the south. See, those are actions. They're like, all right, this environment isn't conducive to us. Let's all go over here and find a better life, right? Those are actions. So what you women, all you are doing is talking, but you're not acting. Meaning you're not tired. You're just complaining more. So what are black women doing differently? Nothing. And I'll prove it to you. They're still wearing wigs and eyelashes, and they have full knowledge that no man wants a woman with wigs and eyelashes. Everybody knows this. Men have been saying for years that we want women with their natural hair. Now, with all that being said, this is important for you ladies to understand. There's a big difference between a man actually selecting you to be his wife and a man selecting you to play with, okay? So women who wear wigs and eyelashes and all this crap, they get more attention. Why do they get more attention? because there are more men out here at hookah bars or wherever looking to just sleep with somebody or play with a woman. So you can't use, well, I get more attention from men when I wear wigs and eyelashes. Well, what you're actually doing is you're getting the wrong attention. See, what you may not realize that men are probably never going to tell you is that we use indicators. So when a woman has this long wig on, these little crazy looking eyelashes, that most likely, because it doesn't always mean that, but that most likely means that you possibly have lower self-esteem, you have lower standards, and you are most likely seeking attention from men, which means you are possibly easier to play with, manipulate, because something's going on up here. Like if you just think about the women with the natural hair, with the afro, the puffs, or the woman with the locks, they literally act differently. Think about it. Think it to yourself. Do women with wigs act totally differently than women who wear the natural looks? Do they walk different? Do they talk different? Do they think different? Yes. So those women are the ones that we are actually looking for to marry, not the women who just wear all these wigs and stuff. So the women who wear the wigs, yes, they're going to get more attention. But are you looking for attention or are you looking for a husband? See, there's not many men running around like, all right, I'm looking for a wife tonight at this bar. No. So when you're out doing stuff, the typical man is going to see you and say, wow, she may possibly be somebody that I can, get at. She'll give me her number, and maybe in another, couple weeks, we playing around. So that's the first thing. Y'all are still wearing wigs and eyelashes, knowing that men do not care for this. Next, you're still lying about how independent you are, even though you solely depend on the government. Not one of you paid your college tuition out of pocket. Every last one of you depended on the government to give you a school loan for you to get your college degree or for you to go to college, which means you're not independent. And the majority of you have not even paid that loan back. So that is a small, simple indicator that none of you are independent. But for whatever reason, you like to run around lying to yourself about how independent you are, how much you don't need a man, how much you bring to the table. And all of this is simply out of competition with other women because you hear other women say it, therefore you say it. But at the end of the day, virtually all of you independent women are single and manless. And that is the number one thing that you all have in common. And instead of competing with other single manless women, all you really have to do is do the opposite of the single manless women, and you'll have a man and eventually have a husband. But no, because like I said, birds fly south for the winter because the environment is better for them wherever they're going in the South, versus you women doing the same exact things expecting a different outcome. Isn't that called insanity? Let's move on. The next thing is black women are still getting pregnant by men who literally don't want them. They're still not requiring marriage before the protection comes off. Think about that. It's a simple concept. But for whatever reason, women have the biggest problem understanding this simple concept. You ladies are still promoting. It's not just doing, you're promoting it to other young women. The truth is, a lot of you women who have kids are actually telling women who don't have kids to have kids. Not to get married, because you are married, but to have kids. I'm a coach, and I talk to like thousands of women. And I know a lot of women who have no kids, And on a normal basis, their female coworkers, their female friends, their female family members are always in their ear about when you're going to have a baby, when you're going to give me a grandbaby. Like, you ain't got no kids yet. Now, one of these young women who don't have kids ever hear, when are you going to get married? It's always about, when are you going to have kids? So not only are you ladies still contributing to the single mother epidemic, yeah, I said it, the single mother epidemic, by having fatherless kids, but you're actually low-key shaming younger women who don't have kids yet into having kids just like you did without being married. And we do want you, but you don't seem to want yourself. Think about this. A lot of you ladies are operating in your role selves, which means you grew up acting a certain way in order to get validation, love, appreciation from your mom, from your aunt, from different family members. You've grown to know or think that operating in your role self, which is this image that you like to portray yourself as, I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need a man, I don't need help, is getting you somewhere. But no, it's keeping you single. So since a child, you've been operating in your role self. Go read the book, Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, and you'll easily see what this role self actually is. But a lot of you ladies have assimilated with other women, which means you act exactly like other women around you. You look exactly like other women around you. You think exactly like other women around you. You talk exactly like other women around you. So if you look at what this guy was saying, women are tired. Well, if women were tired, they will stop acting like, looking like, thinking like, operating like, talking like other women. Virtually all of you are just like your friends. You look just like your friends, co-workers. All y'all wear wigs. All y'all wear... When you get to the point where you realize, like, yo, my biggest issue is I'm operating in my role self. My biggest issue is I've assimilated with other black women where we all act and look the same. So when it comes to a man looking to be with a woman and see a woman as being special or unique, name one thing about you that is actually unique or special. No, you act, think, talk, dress like other women. So we treat you like we treat other women. We don't want her. We don't want you. It's really simple. So what I want to ask you ladies is this. Name one positive action that you see differently in other black women or yourself. Are black women becoming more feminine? No. Are black women becoming more cooperative with men, black men in particular? Because you'll be cooperative with, your supervisor, white America, but are you more cooperative with black men? No. Are you less impulsive? No. Are you no longer acting like children? No. Let me give you an example. I did a video on YouTube about a man and a woman that were in their car just in a park, regardless of what they were doing. They were in a park late at night, you already know what it was. Police officer pulls up and says, hey, you can't be in this park after hours, so I'm going to give you a ticket. Now, the ticket was not a moving violation because they were sitting in their car. So the ticket is probably like a $15 ticket. It's not a big deal. It's not going to go on their record or anything, right? So the guy walks up and signs the ticket, right? Gives them a license, all that stuff. But what does a woman do? Uncooperative, combative. She's like, what's your badge number? And he gives her his badge number. What's your first name? Ma'am, I gave you my last name. I gave you my badge number, but I still need you to sign this ticket. Well, I'm not signing nothing. Blah, 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 right? She's not being feminine. She's not being cooperative. She's being impulsive. She's acting like a child. Next thing you know, the guy arrests her. She starts falling all on the ground, acting like, oh my God. Lady, this is what happens when somebody arrests you. You put your hands behind your back. So he goes to, do all this, and she's flailing all over the place, acting crazy. And then guess what? She turns around and says, okay, I'll sign a ticket. Okay, I'll sign the ticket. Like a child. Same thing your child would do. I need you to stop making all that noise. I need you to clean up your room. I need you to do your homework. And they still don't do their homework or whatever, right? And then you say, okay, I'm taking away your PlayStation. Okay. I'll do it. Do you see the similarities? So I just wanted to give you an example of how a lot of you ladies operate like children. So going back to this list, are you admitting that you low key have an alcohol problem? See, a lot of you ladies spend so much time drinking wine or mimosas or just drinking like 5-6 times a week. You don't realize that, one, that's an alcohol problem, and two, how much sugar is in all these mimosas and things that you're drinking on a normal basis. So not only are you having a problem with discipline when it comes to food, y'all love y'all some food, and you're gaining all this weight, but another thing that's caused you to gain weight is your alcohol problem. So are women losing weight or gaining weight more, just per capita? The answer is more women are gaining weight. So that hasn't changed. Next is, are you no longer having this dysfunctional need to be right? Why is it that you have this insatiable need to be right? You don't think that's dysfunctional? It is. Do you see men run around needing to be right? No, because we don't care. We don't act like children. See, you may see women complaining, but women complain even when they're happy. Women complain about the wind blowing. So just because a guy sees more women complaining does not mean that women are tired. Because, like I said, women complain even when they're happy. The indication that we men need to see that women are actually tired is change of behavior. And until you change your behavior, until you let go of certain habits, until you become more cooperative with the black man, there's no indication that you are tired of anything. Because the truth is, women complaining is actually women seeking attention. So y'all complain on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube, and all these other platforms because you want attention. Because anybody in their right mind would know if they're tired of something happening, you don't complain, you change. That's like being at work and you're sitting in the break room complaining about your boss and how you don't make enough money. Is that going to help you make more money? No. You start looking for another job and you make some changes. That shows that you're tired. See, I always talk about how people vote with their feet, not with their mouths. Complaining is not an indication that you're tired. Leaving, changing, doing something different is the indication that you're tired. So let me give you some actual indications that women were tired, if they were tired, which they aren't. One, women will actually start seeking therapy for their mother wounds. See, the truth is, all of the trauma that women have been through isn't from us, the men that you've been dating. It's from your childhood. The things that happened to you when you were a child, the way your mom treated you as a child, the way your mom ignored your needs, how emotionally unavailable your mom was, and how she silenced you. as a child. This is the reason why you have this insatiable need to be heard, this insatiable need to be right, because you weren't heard as a child. So a lot of the things that you are now came from your childhood, not us. But you already know, to a certain degree, it's almost sacrilegious to actually say your mom did something wrong. No, you take everything that your mom did to you or didn't do for you, and you put it on men. Go seek therapy, sit down with a therapist, and talk about your relationship or non-relationship that you have or had with your own mother, and deal with your own mother wounds and your mother hunger. Another book for you to read, Mother Hunger. Read that book. Next, women will actually begin to look inwardly instead of outwardly. What's going on with you? Not what's going on with men. Not what's going on over here. What's going on with you? And start getting in the gym and start being self-aware that, hey, virtually every person on this planet knows that you being overweight is going to hurt your chances of finding a husband. Because there's plenty of men that will come live in your house, eat up your food, play around with you. But if you actually want a man that would marry you, you have to have a certain amount of discipline in your life. And discipline is simply going to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week. Regardless of what's going on in your life, you're disciplined and you're going to go to the gym regardless of what's going on in your life. And you're disciplined in your eating habits, because a lot of you ladies, you have these extreme weight fluctuations. You had to erase some of the videos that you had in 2017 because you were extremely overweight in 2017. But in 2019, you look great. So a person can go on your social media and easily see, if they went to the bottom of your Instagram page, they'll easily see your weight fluctuations. This is an example of you not being consistent or disciplined. If this happens in your life, you overeat. But if this happens in your life, you look great. Well, that is an indication that there are some discipline issues with you. Why would a man want to be with a woman that is fluctuating in any type of way all over the place? The men that you actually are attracting at your particular weight are the men that you complain about the most. And like I said, instead of looking outwardly at the men that you're dealing with being bums or trash or whatever, start looking inwardly and say, you know what? How about I be a little bit more competitive in the dating market by working on my figure, getting in the gym, eating better, having a better overall disposition, a positive one instead of a negative one. Stop complaining to my girlfriends. Get different girlfriends that aren't complaining to me about men like I'm complaining to them about men. You have a better outcome. Inward. It's not us. It's you. If you will stop having fatherless babies and lying about how nobody asked you to be a single mother. Virtually none of you are married, but all of you have children. And y'all love to sit around and say, well, no one asked to be a single mother. That is a lie. You literally asked to be a single mother when you were in the bed and you knew that the man didn't have on protection. So did you say it out your mouth? No. But remember, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's not about what you're saying, it's about your actions. So you didn't literally say it out your mouth, hey, I want to be a single mother, but your actions told the man and told yourself, yes, you did want to be a single mother. You did not require marriage. You're sleeping with men that are bums, and you're not requiring a man to wear protection. So how is it that so many black women are unmarried, but so many black women have children, multiple children, by multiple men? But you actually want us to be the problem. No, it's your low level of standards. It's your low level of requirements. You let anybody hit. Do you actually think a man that is looking for a wife would marry a woman that would let anybody hit with no protection? The men that you've dated in the past are your credit report. Is your credit history way better than your dating history? Do you see the inconsistencies? How is your credit so good, but your dating history so bad? Last one. If black women were indeed tired, they would actually seek understanding of men. See, a lot of you have no idea of how men think, what men want, what we require, because you don't care. All you care about is what you want and not what men want. So if you were to take a second to realize, like, okay, there's some type of problem here. And the problem is, I have no clue what men want. How can you get what you want when the person that you want to want you, you don't know what they want? Because you don't care. And until you start caring, you're not tired of anything. You're doing the same stuff over and over again. And this is what's crazy. Like I said, you might have great credit, but you have a terrible dating history. The reason why is every man that you date, every man that hurts you, you look at it like he did something to me instead of I did something to myself. And what do? Every time a breakup happens, you run and go take another college course, or you run and eat some ice cream, or you run and have another mimosa. One of those three, your go-to coping mechanisms: food, another college course, and alcohol. The truth is, as long as you're in school, I want to school y'all to something. School y'all to something. A lot of you ladies, unbeknownst to you, you go to school to cope with being alone. I'll say that again. You go to school to cope with being alone. See, a lot of you ladies take up another college course, not because you need more of this and another degree. No, it keeps you busy up here. See, the truth is, a lot of you ladies can't imagine being still, being silent, being okay with listening to your own thoughts. You're spending your whole life running from your own thoughts. And you may look at me like I'm crazy. You say I got these 12 degrees because degrees are my coping mechanism? The 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, yes. Nobody needs no 12 degrees. You have all these achievements in school, but your kid doesn't know their father. You can't get along with other women, not just other men. You can't even get along with your own family members, let alone other women and men. But you got 5, 6 degrees though. Think about that. Why is it so difficult for you to have a great relationship with men? One of those men actually marries you and y'all have a great family life and you're happy. Why is that in particular so difficult for you to achieve? Is it really us? You can keep lying to yourself and say yes, but no, it's you. It's all these things that we're talking about. Because your worst nightmare is being still, quiet, and alone with your own thoughts. Because you already know, just like in adjacent movies, your trauma is out there somewhere looking for you. And you got to keep running. You got to keep being busy. Because the second you slow down and be silent with your own thoughts, Here comes your trauma. Here comes Jason. Some of you can't even sleep at night. That's why you drink so much, to help you sleep. The fifth thing, virtually every human being on the planet is fully aware that men are attracted to smaller women. If this is the case, never mind. Never mind. Moving on. Number 6, you'll learn that men have women that they would play with and men have women that they would marry. If you are addicted to wearing wigs and eyelashes, most likely you are the woman that men will play with and not marry. Therefore, if you actually are tired, you'll stop seeking attention with wigs and eyelashes and this independence and the waist trainers and start embracing your own natural beauty. I know that's scary. You coming out the house or you getting on social media with no makeup, no wig, no waist trainer. I get it. You're so used to operating in your role self. You're so used to being this fake person. You're so used to operating in your role self, having this image of, oh, I got everything going on. This is the thing that's keeping you single and manless. Do you want to continue being single and manless? Keep lying to yourself. Keep complaining without making any changes. But until you wake up and make these changes, you're still going to stay out here alone, getting used by men and being unprotected by men. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all have a good rest of your day.